You ever wonder why everybody succeeds on the Cure Show? It's really something, isn't it? They were struggling. They couldn't do it. They couldn't cure anything. They were just, you know, for months. They write to us, I have diabetes, please help me. We say, hey, be on the Cure Show. 5 minutes they're doing it. Or I have cancer. See this? You're going to see a guy who cured terminal cancer wrapped around his heart. There's a whole series of cure shows with him. He owned a CD company. That's where this came from. He donated a CD. Why? Well, you know what? He had somebody, you'll see there's like 5 or 6 cure shows, but he had a lot of conversations with Keeley, the editor-in-chief, you know, the woman who sends your lessons every day, you know, to your daily lessons, you know. Well, in case you found this on YouTube, so you don't know what I'm talking about, okay, that's it. He was a friend of hers, and she just sunk her teeth into his leg. And he cured it, you know, it's just that simple, you know. It's a connection. Yet, see, you wonder, okay, why is it? Why can't these people do it? And then they're on the Cure Show and bingo, they can do it. They make a connection. They're with us. You know, it's just, they don't know they're doing that. I mean, they get on the show, hi, oh yeah, I'm a little nervous, you know, and boom, they're doing it. Like, we don't say connect with us, it just happens. It's natural. Well, look, you can do it with anybody. You know, you don't have to be on the Cure Show, you know. I mean, you can actually listen to the Cure Show and connect with us. That happens all the time. Look, haven't you ever noticed, like when you're watching, you know, a movie or TV or something, you connect with somebody you're seeing on it. You're watching the, you know, Bay News 9. I'm in Tampa, you know, and they have some, you know, some person on who's, you know, talking about like something, you know, and I feel something. You know, you don't think about it. You're connected with people. If you give yourself half a chance, you know, to be connected, if you're not too busy suffering or struggling or whatever else you're doing, look, there's a nice little Cure Show you can see. It's right by this movie, actually. And this guy was having a devil of a time getting started. And he just couldn't do it at all. He just didn't even know what he was supposed to be doing. And he called up 10 of his friends, you know, and he said, I need your help. Do this with me. And then he called me and he said, I got all these people together and we're meeting in the church basement, you know, tonight. They promised to get together. I guess they have spare rooms in his church or something, and they can have on short notice. So he said, you know, meet with us. And I was thinking, what do you need me for? You got them. See, I know this. Like, I know you can just connect with anybody and do it. You could stop a stranger in the street. Would you connect with me? And the stranger says, well, what do you have on under that? You know, it's like, so maybe that might not be the best thing, you know, but if you notice, like look at the people in lesson 1, right? You know, they're like, people are walking over to them in the street. Those are 20-minute classes. Everybody succeeds. Everybody does it. So he got his friends together, and I got on the phone with him, though, because I said, yeah, I think I will get together with you. You know, I was saying, there's something going to happen here, and I want to document it. I want a record of it. I want to record it. And I got into it, too. And that's how you got the Cure Show. See, because I know to document these things. You know, I know to get these things down because this is just all too unbelievable. You know, like unless you hear the people do it, you got to hear the people doing it. You know, and then you know, then you know it's real. So they were all doing. None of them had ever heard of it before that day. Okay, and they were all doing it instantly. But him, he didn't think he was doing it. And they were pointing out to him how he was getting signals. You know, he was getting signals. He just couldn't recognize it. You know, you got to connect with yourself too. You know, it's not good enough to just connect with other people or with God or with, you know, the higher powers or the universe or whatever. You know, you need all those connections. It's all these multiple connections, and you got to connect with yourself. And of course, when you start doing this, you do connect with yourself. So, you know, it's all pretty automatic. It's kind of like what you see happening when people come on the CureShow, you know, and they just, we all say hi and then they start doing it. Like in 5 minutes, they're doing it. Or what you see in the street classes when you watch those. I put some of those movies up on the home page, so you can see that this is nothing you have to think about. It's just something you do. And the question is, how do you do it? You know, his answer was, I'm going to get a bunch of my friends together. See, like a lot of times people write to me and ask me for help, and they don't have a disease we need on the CureShow. And by the way, you'll be able to tell if we need your disease, we need a show about your disease, because if you look under your disease, like let's say you have Graves' disease or lupus, okay, and you only see like 2 CureShows, we need you on the CureShow. And we'll do a CureShow with you right now, or, you know, within the next probably, you know, week or 2, we can probably do a CureShow with you, you know, because we need a show on your disease. You know, you have like 2 CureShows or 3 CureShows or something. We want to have, you know, a good number of CureShows on every disease. But if you see like there's 12, and we always need CureShows on cancer, by the way. There's a lot of CureShows on cancer, but we always need CureShows on cancer, you know. Because well, for one thing, there's so many different kinds of cancer. And if you'll notice in the CureShows on cancer, we got like lots of CureShows, but we maybe only have 3 or 4 CureShows on breast cancer, let's say. And I would be really happy if we had like a dozen CureShows on breast cancer. So, and so on and so forth, you know. And the guys need CureShows on prostate cancer, you know. I don't, but hey, I'm 63 and I'm like totally fine, you know. Isn't that something? Anyway, you find that there are times when I'll just say to the person, look, get a bunch of your friends together, you know. That's the way to do this, you know. And then you'll definitely win. Because, you know, the way this always goes with any group that you get together, I've seen a lot of groups do this, and it works like this. You know, let's say you got like 30 people, you know, in a party, and you say,